I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby.
Ah yeah, it's time to travel and bang, baby.
This is Travel Bang. I am Marky Bravo the Mulatto. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. Here to talk about the dark arts of seduction and the nuance of game. Before we get into it, you know the deal. I gotta pay some bills. This one's brought to you by Bruno Banani, my favorite European fragrance cologne straight out of Deutschland, that is Germany. If you don't smell right, she's not gonna act right. Bruno Banani is gonna help you get the punani. Hit that link below and order a bottle to add to your seduction arsenal. This video, I'm gonna read different questions that were sent to my email. If you would like to send some questions to me, at markybravo@gmail.com. And without further ado, let's just get into it, right? What are your views on marriage? I'm in a 3-year relationship and I barely have sex with my fiance. Is this normal? Well, actually, there's like 2 questions in one. What do I think about marriage? I think, honestly, I think it's a failing institution in Western society. We're up to 65%, maybe even 70% divorce rate. So just think about the odds. The statistics already show that most people will not stay married. I think, no, this doesn't matter if it's in the US, the United Kingdom, or Australia, or continental Europe. It's failing all over. I think the people that it really works for are deeply devout religious people. Like when I meet these couples who are hardcore, holy rolling evangelical Christian, and they have something gluing them together, right? I know another couple, they're very devout Sunni Muslims, right? And they also have something gluing them together. You know what I mean? That means the religion they're part of glues them. It's like a super glue. Now, without that, I usually see a lot of couples divorce within a couple years. Or I even know someone, I'm very close to him, he's like a brother. He's in a very unhappy marriage. When I say that, he's just not feeling it anymore. You know what I mean? But since he's a hardcore rough rider, he's sticking with it. But most people I know, to be honest, are not happily married. I don't feel marriage is a benefit for men. If you do get married, get a prenuptial agreement, because you can get financially divorce raped at the end. And hey, it may not even be you that wants a divorce at the end. Your wife might want a divorce. But my main thing is, I honestly, it's not for me, but if it's for you, I also would say I don't think you should do it, because if you haven't had sex with your fiance, you don't enjoy sex, then you're with the wrong woman. You should not, I don't care if it's been 3-4 years, you should not be avoiding sex with the woman you're with. I would say it's time to sit down and have a discussion on how to spice in the bedroom up. Even so, you cannot negotiate genuine desire. It's probably a waste of time. I would just end it. I would end it and have some cojones, be a man about it, and find a new woman. Someone that you do enjoy having sex with at least 3 times to 4 times a week. Okay? Okay, so next question. You mentioned that you are an Army combat veteran and that you spent lots of time deployed in Afghanistan. What's your take on our armed forces withdrawing and allowing the Taliban to take it back over? Do you agree with the immediate withdrawal? No, motherfucker. I don't agree at all. I will always feel salty, bitter, and I feel betrayed about it. The leader of our current administration, I'm a firm believer that Russia or China has dirt on him or one of his family members. The veracity, the speed that they made us leave, they made the U.S. Armed Forces leave Afghanistan, was like, it was like someone was pointing a gun to your head. It's like, you're gonna do it now, you're gonna do it now. Okay, I'll do it now. You would only do that if someone was blackmailing you. Just think, our armed forces left so fast, the U.S. Armed Forces, that the rest of NATO, okay, the European armed forces, didn't even know that we already left. Okay, so we threw the Afghanis under the bus. America the land of the free, the defenders of democracy. We're supposed to be there for the Afghanis. We were supposed to fight for them, to stay no matter what, okay? And we didn't. We turned our back on these people. No one respects us anymore. No one's going to trust us anymore. Our word means nothing internationally. That's also why Ukraine got invaded, because Putin saw that and thought we were a bunch of punk bitches. That's just the honest truth. It hurts my soul that we left. Now, I have a past where I worked many years off and on in Bagram airfield, okay? Which is an air base in Afghanistan. Bagram is like 30 clicks away from Kabul. Also did some work time in Kandahar. You know, I remember the big shit pond that they had in Kandahar where they dumped all the sewage, and they had a boardwalk out there where, you know, at night when you're done with the work, you like walk, you know, check out all the hot little Army girls, Navy girls, Marine girls, whatever, all the women out there. You know, we had some really fun times. This is also where I got introduced to Freemasonry. Fun frickin' times. No, I think America, we're the cops. We're the exterminators, you know, and we have to kill the roaches because no one else will, i.e. the bad guys, the terrorists. And we totally just fucked up so hard that I don't know if our country will ever recover. It's sad. That's just the way I feel. And this is coming from me, third generation military. My father was 30 years as an infantry officer in the Army. I'm also the godson of General Volney Warner. You can Google him if you want. So this is not just some run-of-the-mill dude telling you this, okay? I noticed there are communities called the Red Pill in MGTOW. I'm confused. What do they represent? Because there's no website outlining their value systems. I'm from Australia, and since those scenes originate from the US, I'm not familiar, but I'm very intrigued that there are groups of men sharing information on a global scale. Okay, real quick. Okay, so MGTOW, Men Going Their Own Way. It's an acronym. It's basically originally monk mode. Monk mode, MGTOW, it just means that you're taking a break from intimate relationships with women, and you're staying by yourself, just focusing on yourself to make yourself a better man. And that's all it is. You're monk mode. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean, you know, in monk mode and MGTOW, same thing, used to be temporary. Now, I hate to say it, it's gotten hijacked by the incel community, involuntary celibates, where you have a lot of men who are hardcore MGTOW. They hate women. You know what I mean? They're I hate to say that. I hate to use that word, but they're misogynist, and they hate women, and they're butthurt, and they're pissed. Women are no good. They're evil creatures. Ah, you know what I'm saying? And but originally MGTOW is a good thing, so you have to be careful because you got to see what version of MGTOW you're dealing with. The Red Pill is also known as Red Pill Awareness. Became very famous after Rollo Tomasi, book author, released his trilogy books, The Rational Male, then the second Rational Male, Preventive Medicine. The third one was Positive Masculinity. His new one just came out, The Player's Guide. I'm reviewing it right now. Red Pill Awareness is just female sexual psychology, theories of female sexual psychology, so men understand the human instincts of women and why they do what they do, and how to avoid putting yourself in toxic situations. You understand? That's what the Red Pill Awareness is really about. It's really a positive thing. Once again, then you have a lot of red pill rage. Men who learn this information, they read it, and instead of applying it, they become resentful and pissed off and butthurt and angry, and they start hating women, which is, it's crazy. It's crazy because that's not why you're supposed to learn Red Pill Awareness. Okay? So let's move on. I'm trying to get my girlfriend to have a threesome with me. How do I convince her to participate in something like that? Okay, like I said in past videos, right when you meet a woman, if that's what you're into, you're supposed to, right when you meet her, put that on the table. So she knows that's what you're into. A lot of men don't, because they're scared to scare the woman off by saying that and so early in the dating process, that then a couple months down the line or a year down the line, it's like, hey baby, I want to do threesome. They're like, oh fuck that, because a lot of men didn't put the foundation down that they're freaky like that. You know what I mean? Now the woman becomes jealous and irate and resentful that you're bringing this up. Let's say that you did tell her from the beginning and she is an open-minded woman. First rule is this: she has to be bi-curious or bisexual. She has to find other women sexually attractive. If she doesn't, it's going to be like exercise, because you're just going to be drilling her, and then when you're done, you're going to drill the other. You know what I mean? It's just like exercise. You want the women going at it while you're going at it. That's the whole point of having a threesome. Second, the woman chooses the other woman. Make it her decision, okay? That alleviates a lot of the jealousy. It's her decision which woman to invite in the bed. Third is no kissing, okay? Maybe down the line when you and your woman get to know her way better, but in the beginning, no kissing. Do not kiss the woman during the threesome. Just don't do it. It's symbolic, oftentimes to women, as something very deep and interpersonal. Don't do it, okay? So hope it works out for you, all right? So this woman I dated and I was crazy for, out of nowhere changed her phone number and just totally disappeared. What's the best advice to get her back? You're not going to get her back. She, grade A, ghosted you, okay? For whatever reason. It could have been your fault. Maybe it's not your fault. I've dealt with women like this before. Actually, I had a situation 4 or 5 years ago where I was talking to this woman. She did this shit all the time. She would ghost me. Now this is the crazy part. If you stay cool and you don't try to hunt her down and try to talk logic to her or beg for her back, if you stay cool, don't chase her, in a month or a couple months, she'll probably look you back up. Why? Because most other men out there ain't shit, okay? But if you stay cool, it's gonna shock her, because she wants a beta male reaction from you. She wants you to, oh, and this start trying to hunt her down. Leave her alone. Be cool. Be in an abundant mind state, not a scarcity mind state. Move the fuck on. Focus on other girls. I swear to God, she's gonna pop up within a month or two. They always do. They always do. Trust me. Trust me. What are your views on NoFap? Is this healthy? NoFap. Okay, the movement of not masturbating. You know what I mean? That's hardcore. But the movement of not ejaculating. Let me put it that way. Because NoFap means you can play with yourself. You can masturbate, but you're just not coming. Gentlemen, I have to disagree with NoFap. I think, yeah, too much of anything is not good for you. If you're jacking off all the time, 5-8 times a day. I remember I masturbated when I was younger so much. My dick skin stretched, and I got a bruise on my cock. I shit you not, because I was jacking off to porn so much. And I went into a dermatologist, and this woman, can you believe it, a woman, she's looking at my joint, my Jimmy, and she's like, can I ask you what's up? And she says, do you masturbate a lot? And I was so embarrassed to say, yeah, because I realized I didn't have an STD. I had a bruise on my dick from jacking off so much. It's not good to do that all the time. I would say when you're younger, yeah, every 2-3 days, go ahead and come, jack off. But when you get older, yeah, you might want to slow it down and reserve your semen, your sperm levels for real sex. But I don't agree with the just don't ejaculate at all movement. I think it's unhealthy. That is also an extreme. Just like jacking off all the time and coming all the time is an extreme that you shouldn't do. You know what I mean? You got to find that sweet spot, that balance. Okay? Which countries' women are the freakiest in bed? I want the type of sex where you can come in a woman's face when you're finished fucking her. God, you see what kind of people? You can see what kind of people watch these videos? Gentlemen, look, a lot of men use this escape route of going to cheat hypergamy, going to other countries because they have a hard time getting girls in their countries. I want this to stop, okay? If you can't get women in the country you're from, then you're going to suck at getting women from other countries. And even if they get with you, they're not going to stick around very long. So whatever turns the American women off or wherever you're from is going to eventually turn the foreign women off, okay? So we got to stop that. Stop that. Which one's freaky? which one will let me come in her face? First of all, women all over the world are freaky. You know what I'm saying? What she won't do with you, she'll do with someone else. You should be the freak. You have to put the propaganda out there and endorse freakiness, be a total kinky freak, okay? You need to be the one to pull her hair and slap that ass when you're hitting it from the back. You need to call her kinky, degrading names that she's okay with. Oh yeah, you dirty little slut. You like that? Oh yeah, take that cock. You know what I mean? You have to be that guy who says that shit. And talking about this guy coming in a woman's face, you have to be the man who does that. What are you gonna do? Ask a woman? Can I come in your face now? See, it doesn't matter where you go. If this is your mind state, you're gonna be a failure, okay? Learn to be alpha, to take control. You have to be the leader in the bedroom bully, and you have to be the leader in the relationship. Women instinctually want you to take control, okay? Take control. Someone has to steer the Porsche 911. Someone has to wear the pants. Women get very resentful when they're with a weasel who doesn't want to take control. Like, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Can I come in your face? Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. Get Razor Blade Romance. I outline everything you need to know in my Razor Blade Romance Dating and Relationships Guide. This has been Travel and Bang. Yeah, asombroso.